Good morning once again. Welcome to the second part of today's edition of Straight Talk with the Daily Tribune. Joining us now are Mr. Judan, Francis Judan, Product Manager for Yoga, and Mr. Joey Nocom, the Product Manager for IdeaPad. So tell us about your product that you bought here.
Actually, I'm Francis Judan, the product manager for Think products. So from the commercial business side, we have just launched the latest model, ThinkBook, which we have here right now. A while ago, Michael was mentioning about the legendary ThinkPad, and then for this market, we have launched a prosumer type of product. And we understand that this product is a cutout for professional consumer market because in the perspective of the modern workforce, there's actually 60% of the modern workforce are now invading the workforce. So this means that they like to have consumer products, the style of consumer products, but it lacks the business features. So that's the reason why we launched a ThinkBook to address that market segment. So one of the major features of the ThinkBook is it's a consumerish look of notebook. With magnesium aluminum chassis, the stylish features of SSD fast performance, latest generation of core processors, but with additional enterprise grade of features like security features, like the power on fingerprint reader. And I'll just show it to you. Once you power it on, it will power up the PC itself and then goes into Windows seamlessly. So it's under around 8 seconds you'll be able to access already, turn on the PC and then get into your security features inside the Windows environment. And when the new business offices try to provide new laptops to the millennial workforce, they tend to actually give hand-me-downs, hand-me-down PCs.
Yeah.
Yun yung problema ng mga companies right now. Because you're a new employee, you get you get the old PC. Then it hampers down the productivity of the workforce. So what happens is it hampers them to stay on with the company. Pag alam mo naman millennials, Gen Z, pag ayaw nila yung trabaho, if they're not motivated, lilipat ako. Now that's the reason why ThinkBook is here to provide productivity. The productivity that enhance productivity for our users. Like for example, I showed it to you, 8 seconds of boot. And when they go for collaboration for virtual offices, sometimes you cannot tie them down in their offices. They want to do virtual work in cafes. Security is compromised through the camera. So one of the privacy acts worldwide or globally is to ensure that data is not compromised. One of the features of the ThinkBook is you have the Think Shutter camera. So once you shut it down, automatically, when you're outside of the business environment, the camera is shut down, also the microphones. So there's no such thing as free Wi-Fi. Kasi kung nasa labas ka, almost when you go to Wi-Fi connections, ay free yan. But actually what happens is your data is also for free. Pinamimigay mo yung data mo sa iba. So that what happens is to ensure the data is not compromised, you shut down the camera and then shut down the microphone. So if you have virtual meetings outside, you'll be able to cut down the compromise of the security features. So with this, this is the latest ThinkBook right now. And what else? The market is also shifting from a 12.5-inch screen. We've noticed that. And what Lenovo addressed right now is where the market is now going to 13.3. Reason for that is ngayon, borderless na almost yung screen size natin on a small footprint. This has an 80% body to screen ratio. So you have better screen size, better landscape, full HD, and then it uses Dolby Vision technology. So means you have accurate, more accurate colors, vibrant colors, higher contrast in colors, so that the visual experience is better than the previous generation of notebooks.
So for security, nag-on lang siya recognize yung thumb mark, fingerprint mo. So pag hindi pagka hindi ikaw yung recognize na user, hindi siya mag-on.
Hindi siya mag-on, or there's a second level of authentication. The first level would be probably correct, madumi yung fingers mo or oily yung fingers mo, even if you own it. you can actually access it through your password. But if it's an access by somebody else, like si Joey, hindi naman niya notebook to, and then he access it with the fingerprint reader, but he knows the password, he can access it. But if the fingerprint is not enrolled into it, it will not actually push through sa loob ng Windows environment, dun sa Windows environment.
So, di ba, one of these security features of this laptop, of this unit is when you're working, say, in a cafe or in public places, is to protect your data. What is the isa sa problema? Like, ako, I do that eh. Yeah. I also work sometimes sa cafe. Alam, diba, one of the concerns there is yung katabi mo.
Katabi
diba?
mo.
Nagsisilip sa likod mo.
Yes.
So, do you have a feature to protect your data from yung mga silip-silip?
Okay. So, there's what we call data privacy guard. These are features embedded into some of our high-end models like the X390, ThinkPad X390, or what we call T490. For the ThinkBook, the tendency is you put in a privacy filter. The privacy filter cuts out on a 120 degree angle, maka-cut out yung visibility. So that's a physical filter that you put in. Now, the X390, the ThinkPad X390, and the T490 has this feature what we call data privacy guard. So it's digital. Ibig sabihin, pag may tao sa likod mo, it stops, humihinto yung tao, automatically the IR camera detects movement. Then the digitizer or the privacy guard acts to block out the sides of the screen, mag-block out. But the person nearby, yung gumagamit, you can see clearly through the screen. But somebody from afar, he won't be able to see kasi it acts, the data privacy guard acts already digital. Pag gumalaw yun, then automatically makiklear ulit yung screen niya. So those are features that
sa ibang units.
Ibang units.
Okay. Anong specs nito?
So this one, the latest one is running on the Core i5, 8th Gen CPU. It also comes with default 512 SSD hard drive. So the movement right now is we are now moving from a traditional hard drive going into full SSD. So what Lenovo, from the IdeaPads to the ThinkPads and ThinkBooks, we are now moving towards modern PC. It's a movement that we see that in the market, we want to enhance the performance of our PC. So, gusto namin productive yung mga users namin, and we are actually future-proofing the use of the PCs because SSD right now performs almost 4 times faster than traditional hard drive. And there's always minsan conception sa sabihin ng mga customers is, I want to increase memory because the memory upgrade will provide additional performance. However, the SSD enables the customer to utilize the performance without adding memory. So mas mabilis ngayon yung performance ng SSD and overpowers yung buffering ng memory. So right now, when we put in these technologies, nakaka-future-proof na yung technologies up to 3 years of PC life cycle for our customers.
So for 3 years, you don't need to upgrade.
You don't have to upgrade. Siguro upgrade mo na lang is, you upgrade your OS.
OS
na lang upgrade mo.
So not the hardware.
Not so much of the hardware.
Yeah.
So far, this is going to be launched pa lang today, no? Who are the types of consumers that you are looking at? Parang target market ninyo?
This was already launched.
Okay.
So the ThinkBook is a new line that we will be expanding in the near future because before the brands that we have are IdeaPad, catering to consumer market. ThinkPad is catering towards the enterprise and commercial market. So the ThinkBook is a cut in between for professional consumers. So these are meant for small, medium businesses, small-sized business companies who want to invest on a Think quality but cannot afford a ThinkPad, and they want some stylish notebooks, modern devices that has additional features like security. And this is available now for that type of market. Yung mga professional consumer market.
But in terms of price, what would be the difference?
Difference on price points. I'll just give you a ballpark figure, no. This starts at 54,000 pesos. The ThinkPad, the next line would be around 65,000 pesos na. So almost like 10,000 peso difference from the entry point. Now even the ThinkPad brand, which is close to the workhorse model like the T490 or X390, 13 inches yung X390 natin, it is priced at around 85 to 90,000. So malayo yung price point. Now, if you go for a consumer model naman, consumer model, the IDEA pad will go at below 50,000. But it lacks wala siya yung mga features like fingerprint reader. That's what the consumer paying for. So some consumers would like it's utilized for gaming, gusto nila stylish, gusto nila mga high-end graphics. But for business users, they like consumer style of device, but for professional use. Gusto nila.
Okay. Another product that you have here is the Legion, and according to Mr. Michael Tan, is one of your fastest moving unit.
Yeah, actually, if you're familiar with the current market right now, everybody's jumping into gaming. So you mentioned kanina that gaming is really one of the hottest items in the market. That's why syempre hindi kami papahuli. So Legion in the Philippines actually is quite young, but we're also one of the fastest growing in terms of gaming brands in the market. From single digit last year, ngayon double digit na and steadily climbing. Okay, so what's good about Legion, about our product line actually is, if you look at it, it still looks very classy. Hindi siya yung over the top screaming, I'm a gaming laptop, di ba? I mean, gamers are into black and red and shining colors, but for us, we still look for the day personalities of people. You're a professional in the morning, you're a student in the morning, and you wouldn't bring an overly designed laptop, di ba, in class or in the workforce.
Iba pa nga, di ba, yung keypad nila, may mga ilaw pa eh.
Yes, well, actually,
overdoing it na.
This one does too, but you can actually turn it off and customize it accordingly. So what you get here is something that you can bring just about anywhere. It's very stylish, it's very classic, but it's inside it, the internals, the spec, all the features, it's all inside there. So one of the things that's actually really good about this one is, despite it's a gaming laptop, it's below 20 mm. So 19.9 mm thin lang siya. Diba ang classification for an ultrabook is supposedly below 20 mm. So this one is below 20 mm despite having a Core i7 to 6 core, RTX graphics, 16 gigs, 512 to 1 TB of SSD. So it's really something that we're doing. We're really bringing gaming laptops to the modern world in the modern classic way. So you mentioned kanina about the Rgb keyboard, so actually we're just gonna show that one.
Yeah.
So actually, is this the Wi-Fi 40 or Y740? 7. So actually, so it lights up in blue, but you can customize it per key. You can actually change the colors as you want it. Okay, so we've partnered with Corsair, so they're one of the leading brands with regards to gaming peripherals. So we use their IQ software for customization of colors. So if you wanted yung top line is color red or something, you can change it. If you want to turn it off, you can also do so. Just plain white. Yes. So Legion is currently using the theme of blue. So that's our gaming brand color. Okay. So one of the good things also, I'm not sure if kita siya sa camera, is the screen. Okay, the screen is one of the most amazing screens you'll actually see in the market today. So an average TV only has 300 nits of brightness. So the ones that you can usually buy for about 30 to 50,000 pesos, 300 nits. This screen on this Y740 actually has 500 nits of brightness. So that's almost double the brightness of that one. It comes with
clearer, sharper
yes.
images.
So very, very bright, very vivid, because it also comes with HDR. So high dynamic range. So yung luminosity mo is there. So the light, the darkness is balanced equally. And then you also have all of the gamer necessary or gamer necessities like fast refresh rate, 144 Hertz. You get your G-Sync. So it's all there. And one thing that we're introducing, one thing that's very special to Lenovo is we equip all of our gaming laptops with 1 TB of pure NVMe SSD. Because right now, games I think are about 50 GB per game, not including updates. So imagine if you're just using 500 GB of hard drive, your OS alone would take up 10% of that, and you're stuck with 6 games. Diba? So, or 1 TB plus 128 GB na NVMe is also not enough anymore, kasi you'll be forced to put it on a slower hard drive.
Ano ngayon, requirements ng mga games ngayon eh.
Yeah, so for most demanding games, you need 16 gigs, an i7, an RTX graphics card to really enjoy the game. sayang naman if you have to tone down your settings, diba, to make the graphics look really bad just for you to be able to play it.
Yeah.
But the promise of Lenovo and Legion laptops is that performance will always be there, along with really modern and really great looking aesthetics.
Pero yung ano niya, no, yung specs niya, it's not just for gaming. I think it's also ideal for for heavy users of graphics, like mga graphic artists or video videographers,
Definitely,
diba?
content creation is one of the things we're looking at also. So I was talking with Francis earlier. So we've also partnered with NVIDIA to release what is called the RTX Studio of laptops. So this one has different set of drivers to help increase the benefits of content creation. So you get your Adobe Premiere, your Photoshop, and all other suites. You have your Maya, your 3D creation apps, all that. So those are the ones that are being boosted by these studio drivers. So a set of RTX Studio certified laptops are coming soon. The Y740 is going to be one of them. So we'll watch out for that one.
So, Tina, do you want one? Me, I want one.
Yeah, because all of the specs, it's all there. Eh. Parang it's something that you can use professionally aside from also being
Yeah.
very very interesting.
It's actually very ideal for people like us. Lalo ngayon, the media, print media is
Yes, definitely.
is transitioning into digital platforms, di ba?
Yeah.
I think one of the things you'll also appreciate, so not a major feature, is that we actually positioned the ports at the back. Because usually when you're a gamer, you have an external mouse, an external keyboard, external this. So we put it all at the back. So technically, when you're using it, all of your cables and clutters behind, not on the sides.
Yeah.
So it's one of the ways we're thinking of how to modernize the way you actually interact with your gaming PC. So the Y740, really great product. So by the way, I'd like to invite everybody. We're gonna be in ESGS on October 25, 27. It's one of the biggest esports events in the Philippines. So we're gonna be there as one of the major sponsors.
Yeah, good.
So.
Send us an invite, we'll be there. Then, of course, our main features for today. I think you will be launching this product.
Yes, actually, so this is the first public appearance of this one in the Philippines. Okay,
Do you want to show it
yeah,
simultaneously or?
yeah. So I'd like to show it side by side because we're redesigning the way that yoga is in the Philippines now. So originally, yoga was meant to indicate that this laptop is a convertible, a 360-degree flippable laptop. But the yoga name has been accepted and received well worldwide, that we're now using it to redefine our premium laptops. So it's not just for our two-in-one laptops anymore. It's going to be for all of our premium laptops that's designated by the 700 series or 900 series pataas. So actually, this one on the right, the Mica colored one, is the C940. Okay, the C would designate that it's a convertible, and this one is the S740. The S would designate that it's a slim form factor one. So it's pretty much almost the same thickness, but this one comes with a two-in-one form factor that's multi-touch. Okay, and one thing that I like about this is actually the rotating speaker bezel. Okay, so the challenge with two-in-ones is that if you want a user-centric speaker, when you flip the laptop on tablet mode, nawawala yung speakers. But this one follows the end user. So it's not just the screen that actually flips, but also the speaker. So we're the first one to have this. We're thinking that maybe others are going to follow suit. It's a very ingenious design. It's a very wonderful design. So the way that we built this laptop is that the laptop adapts to you instead of you adapting to the laptop. So you can use it in tent mode, you can use it in tablet mode, you can use it on your traditional laptop mode. So the possibilities are really endless. Kasi there are some people that I know na pag nanonood sila ng laptop sa may kama nakahiga, hirap, di ba?
Yeah, yeah.
Position mo lang ganun ka. This one, you just flip it all the way around and you have a tablet. Di ba? So aside, since it's also a tablet, we also have a pen. Where's it hidden? Okay. So we also have a pen for this one. So it's an active pen designed specially by Lenovo to be able to use this as like a canvas. Diba? So one thing that we'll also like to show you is that Francis was mentioning earlier that the bezels are getting really thinner. right? So this is one of our most compact designs. So the bezels on both sides are really, really thin. Okay, and if you were able to notice, it booted up quite fast. Okay, so
Seconds usually standard time.
so one of
8
the,
seconds, another time. Yeah.
Mga
Less than
on
8
the
seconds.
SSDs, yes.
so one of the things that I'd like to take this chance to actually mention is so we're familiar with the word ultrabook, diba?
Yeah.
So Intel coined that term 2011 to denote yung mga ultra thin and ultra light. But this year they're reinventing what premium PCs are supposed to be like via something they call Project Athena. Under Project Athena, you're supposed to have 16 hours of battery life, at least 3 sides na thin bezel. You're supposed to have less than 3 seconds of instant boot. So pagka on mo, dapat mag-on na yung PC mo or wake up within 3 seconds. You're supposed to have yung IR scanner, so infrared login, and the next big thing in PCs is AI. Okay, so we've seen AI being developed for phones, diba? Especially for cameras. It detects scenes, it adjusts. For PC, we're gonna be starting to roll in AI also. What this does is one of the biggest benefits is for battery life. It detects if you're not using a really intensive program. It detects that you don't need so much power, and then it will automatically adjust so that it can extend your battery life.
So how long is that?
So
the
this
battery
one
life
is
of that
rated to
unit?
go for at least 16 hours. Okay, so in Philippines, we'll be bringing this at just 99,995. It's actually a really good price for the specifications we're bringing and the form factor. It's very thin. It's less than 16 mm thin. It's less than 1.4 kg light, and it'll have i7, the 10th generation Core i7. So we're one of the first to bring 10th
At that
generation.
generation na.
Yes.
I'm missing
So-
8th generation.
So launched in IFA 2 weeks ago.
Mm.
So 10th generation. So we're using the Ice Lake. So one of the benefits of that is really powerful graphics, even without the discrete option.
Ano yung ano niyan? Speaker?
So we use Dolby Audio,
Mm.
but one of the good things with our yoga series is also we have Dolby Atmos. If you're familiar with Dolby Atmos, kasi di ba yung Dolby surround sound is yung meron kang parang three-dimensional sound sa sides mo. It's supposed to project sound where kung saan siya lumalabas na may movie. But the problem with that is if it's a helicopter scene or a comet strike scene, you still hear it from the side. Dolby Atmos addresses that by putting speakers on the top. So rain, meteors, missile strikes will all come from above. With Dolby Atmos technology, we're bringing them into the laptops, to yoga laptops, and we're trying to reproduce that virtual Dolby Atmos sound. So if we actually get to try it, I'm not sure if our viewers will actually get to experience it the same way that may experience natin siya. But if you see it, you actually hear the sound bouncing off the room instead of directly faced at you. The problem kasi with some speakers is it's directed at you, but it's not clear to you where it's coming from. Diba? All that's clear to you is that there's sound and there's visuals on the screen, but you don't know if it's coming from this person or that person from behind or above. So Dolby Atmos and Dolby Vision completes the whole cinematic on-the-go experience. So the C940 is actually what I would call the cinema on the go. Okay, it's really perfect na cinematic companion. Okay, so 512 GB of SSD, 16 gigs of RAM, 10th generation Intel Core i7 with Iris Plus G7 graphics. So one of the most powerful 2-in-1 available in the market today.
Is it also does it also come with, with the camera shutter?
No, this one does not come with the shutter. One thing though that aptly I would like to take the chance to mention. So we're launching it later, but it's a good opportunity to say it. We've partnered with Microsoft. Okay, so one of the things that we're really supporting is the advocacy for genuine OS, genuine software. Okay, so one of the ways to help Microsoft is actually by pre-installing Microsoft Office. So almost all the brand laptops put trial versions. Okay, so what we're doing is that today, officially, we're going to announce that all of our 500 series and yoga laptops will come pre-installed with one lifetime of home and student license. So ibig sabihin, naka-embed na yung license na yun dito. So you can only use it for this PC alone. but it's a lifetime. Hindi na siya yung yearly subscription.
Trial.
So it's worth 7,000 outside. You don't need to buy it. It'll come pre-installed and it'll come with this PC as long as this PC is alive. So it's really something that we're very excited to work with Microsoft and the resellers nationwide to provide. So the other
Anong
laptop.
target market niya dyan sa unit na yan?
So actually, Francis mentioned kanina is like a lot of the people are actually on the go, diba? So yung road warriors actually ang target market namin. The people who work outside offices, the people who work in coffee shops, the people who work in parks, in benches, in cars, diba? So the functionality, yes, on the move talaga lagi. Okay. So on the other hand naman pala, so very brief na lang for this one. So it's two very similar products, but this one is not a convertible naman. Okay, what this one, this is our S series lineup. So it still flips 180 degrees, but not all the way 360. So what this features naman is an additional discrete graphics, an MX250 graphics. You'll still have your Dolby Vision with HDR, your Dolby Atmos speakers, but with the help of the discrete graphics, some graphics heavy, intensive apps will benefit from that graphics boost talaga. So this one is coming with much thinner bezels. That one kasi we needed to leave a little thicker bezel para meron kang mahawakan. Because for tablet mode, di ba, hindi pwedeng all screen. Talaga. So this one, we've really minimized the bezels all around, even sa my bottom. So it's a much more compact footprint. The speakers are still front firing with Dolby Atmos, and it'll come with very similar spec to that one, but it will come at a more attractive 74,995 price point for the same spec. Yes.
But same specs.
Very similar specs, yes. So i7, but this one will use the Comet Lake processors. So not the one with the G7 Iris Plus graphics. It'll come with the Intel UHD integrated graphics, but with an additional MX250 NVIDIA graphics. So that's pretty much it. For the rest of the lineup, we'll be announcing them tonight at about 6 p.m.
Yeah. And we get the first two.
Sure, thank you.
Yes, yes. So
We get first crack of those products.
everybody here and the people watching, first look of the new products that we're announcing later. Right? And I just realized we just announced the price as well.
We're so excited that
Excited
this
na yung
will
market.
be yeah, very much
So,
excited.
So these are two Halo products. These two are Project Athena. So that's in partnership with Intel, and of course the Microsoft Office that we're bringing free is also in partnership naman with Microsoft. So yeah, that's about it for yoga and IdeaPad from me.
So any parting words for our viewers about what can they expect from these new products?
Well, for one is Lenovo is not stopping on innovation. So in every series or every collaboration with our partners like Microsoft and Intel and also sometimes at AMD, we try to improve and listen to our customers' feedbacks, and then we incorporate that into the design of our products. Like for gamers, we focus on Legion. Now for people on the go, like Joey mentioned, is we're targeting the yoga market for them. Then for the business users, the SMB customers, we're fully addressing the ThinkBook and we're expanding the new line of ThinkBooks from now onwards. It's going to be a separate line from the ThinkPad, which we are addressing on the SMB market. So these are innovations that we drive into the market so that they can enjoy the products. At the same time, it will last them for the next 2 to 3 years of the PC life cycle.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so much again for guesting, for showing us all of these products that you're launching.
Yes, thanks for having us.
Yeah, and hope to see you again.
Yes, we'll see you later. And we hope to be back with more exciting products.
We have other shows that can cater to your products.
Sounds good.
Spotlight. Yeah, Spotlight.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Ay nga pala si Ana Albo.